The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Would you come if I asked you to ride with me on this one-way road that leads? Well, I don't know, but I will take you anywhere you see. I know what you need, and what you got is exactly what I want.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Counterflow. This is James Deacon with
Pacho Blanco
and Alan Sevilla
and Jade Sison
from
Toyota Motor Philippine.
All right, we have invited Jade here to the show because we're talking about what's going to be. We're going to start the fun, basically, right? We're going to talk about the biggest thing to happen in Philippine motorsports, and it took a little car to do it. Ironic. But we're talking about the Vios Cup, which is about to be launched on October 12. And so we've invited Jade along here because we want to know everything there is to know about the Cup, because this is what I find really... You want me to move over here? Yeah. Okay, we have an unbalanced... We have an OC director. He hates imbalance in the shop. That's okay. Now I have to sit... Like I did. All right. So yeah, we're talking about the Vios Cup because Jade, the Vios Cup for me is really exciting because it is reintroducing a proper one-make race into the country. We've had one-make races here before, but this is, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, the first time it's a manufacturer-backed one-make race in the Philippines?
It's the first time that Toyota Motor Philippines actually piloted something that is for one brand only, for the Vios, because we've had Motorsports back with the Corolla Cup.
I was going to say, that was 98, right?
Yeah, mid-90s, yeah. And the Corolla Cup series. But it's the first time that it's a grassroots motorsports racing competition wherein basically anyone can race.
Okay, what's the difference between the Corolla Cup back in the mid-90s, and I think that ended 98? What's the difference between that and this?
We were actually just a part of it, but this one is something that we really initiated.
Ah, see, that's a cool thing because they've also had the Yaris Cup, I believe, as well.
But that's in Thailand.
Ah, okay. Didn't they bring something over here at one point, or maybe they just brought? But whatever it wasn't anything to do officially with TMP. Yeah. And this is the good part because we have entered. No, did we enter a one-make series together? We did. The Lynx Cup way back when.
You were partners, right?
No.
I think that was
partners don't do that I think to that each other.
I think that was the endurance race, but I remember watching you guys duke it out.
Pacho was our engineer for an endurance race in Subic when we did the diesel.
I remember that.
But we raced together in a one-make race before in 2005. But unlike that, that was a TRS program. A very good one, but it was meaning that it was done by TRS and they had the support of Ford at the time. Completely different to this because this is TMP are actually providing the cars. More importantly, they're backing it and they're subsidizing it.
Yep.
Am I wrong in saying that you're also doing help with the PR and marketing for the long term?
Yes.
Not just because it's the one-off race that we're having now?
The Vios Cup in October is actually a prelude to our grand plan for motorsports in the Philippines. And it will be starting off immediately by next year.
Will it be the same car, Jade, or is it going to be the Altis?
It will be the Vios.
No.
Oh, just the Vios. Okay.
Because this is a template from Thailand, right?
Yeah, we have it in Thailand and in other countries, but
mostly ASEAN. It's an ASEAN-based series. And so basically, it's been doing. Do you know how long it's been running in Thailand? Because I know it's very, very big there.
It's really popular there already. Isn't it to the point that it's something that the Thais really look forward to. It's been there for quite some time already.
Okay, but let's establish a few rules because I'm sure a lot of racers are getting excited there. It's basically, it's a grassroots series, so that means you cannot hold a professional license.
Yeah, you have to be non-professional there.
Okay, we're talking about racing, not the...
Aren't you professional?
That means I drive a bus and a jeep. That professional license. No, I've never ever held a professional license or racing license ever. I've never competed in any complete season. I've only done 1 or 2 race weekends. So basically, no, definitely not. Definitely not.
Okay.
All right. We have our final, our Gino's just joined us. So let's come over here, Jinno. It's a casual show, man. So bring the knapsack.
Everybody.
It's all cool, man. You know what they say, better late than ugly, man. So you're looking good.
Well, thank you.
We're talking about the Vios Cup.
Okay.
And the Vios Cup is starting on October 12th. Jade has named an ulcer after it because she's so highly stressed putting this together for us.
Tell me about it.
Because it's a big...
It's because you work with people like James.
Dude, you should see
Who's really makulit?
my list of requirements. It's here, huh? The trailer, the brand of water that I need, everything. That's why she's getting stressed out.
Okay.
You should see Gina's requirements.
Yeah.
It's like, inflatable what? Are you kidding me? On the track? Come on, man.
You need it. You need to distress.
All right, this is still a GPG show because they're gonna put this on the TMP website, so we gotta keep it clean, all right?
Okay.
Normally on the internet we're not censored, but we want this to go up on the TMP site as well as being shared around. We want to keep it nice and clean. All right, we are talking about Vios Cup. October 12th is the official launch of it, and to celebrate the launch or to kick it off, you're doing a media/celebrity demolition. I mean, sorry, exhibition race.
I like the demolition idea. Though.
It's yeah.
Ouch.
Demolition derby idea. We haven't seen those in the lab, have we?
We haven't. We can call it last one. The
No,
third one is
you missed the
vegetarian.
2005 and 2006 PTCC season.
Okay. Then
That was a demolition derby.
Actually, I remember one with media. We had this. I'm not trying to scare you now, but we had this. It was the Arthur Twassen Memorial Cup, and it was held in Speed Zone at the time. It was go-karting, and I've never been good at math. All right, I never excelled in math in school, but I can tell you that 22 into 1 does not go. And that's exactly what tried to happen. Do you know that they didn't just do that? They rearranged the track of Speed Zone. We had barriers flying. It was a completely different arrangement by the time the media had finished with it.
Oh my God.
So we had to stop the race. There was eye gouging involved. It got really ugly. Because, you know, Jade, what you have to understand, and once again, don't get nervous, this is our core competence. It's like, you know, when you ask us to go out driving, you know, if you ask me to go and drive with the PTCC guys or Pacho and all that, no problem at all.
You
I'm cool.
you know, James.
Because the expectations are lower.
Yeah, but you know what? We might see next week. You know, for reasons beyond our control,
We have
we will have to cancel it.
yeah, so okay, now I better shut up now.
Yeah.
But just see
No, okay,
the
so but-
names of the media people
Okay, good.
included in the event, like you,
There's Jeff Reyes from Top Gear.
Aris.
There's a natural born rivalry there from just magazines.
You just named the top 2 right there, Jeff Reyes and James.
James,
Because
yeah.
these two are going to take each other out. In
My time
Is
to.
everyone that competitive?
No, just the 2 of them.
Just the two of them.
You know what, Jade?
Okay.
Vince is right there, right behind.
Yeah,
Not
okay.
as much as the other 2, but when we're practicing, you should hear Jeff and James go at it. I mean, first of all, one is, you know, Jeff is like half your size.
Exactly.
So it's not just the racing, it's the trash talking too.
I think that happens a lot.
It happens a lot.
Wow.
But between James and
And
Jeff,
Jeff, okay.
it's beyond everything
Yeah,
I've
James-
seen.
it's-
Any sport.
It's ugly. It's ugly. You know what? Jade, you were saying, we're taking some people. You asked if we're taking it seriously.
Yeah.
Some in the group. I'm only saying some are thinking and treating this as a matter of life and death, which is
That's
stupid.
Jeff
No,
and James.
that's stupid because it's a lot more serious than that. Okay? I don't know why they would compare it to that, but yeah, the trash talking. It's really, you should see it. It's like
I recall.
come back from the no, now it's even worse because you know now there's a magazine rivalry as well. It's not just
before
the
when
cars.
the first time we raced together. You know, I don't reply to those talks. You know,
okay,
I
alright.
really don't reply to those talks. But I remember James saying to me, "Okay, Pacho, see you next week. No, we're gonna be racing. So see you in my rearview mirror."
Oh, that's clean compared to what we're saying now. I mean,
It's
the
bad.
nastiest thing I said.
We've had to censor a lot of things between you and Jeff.
Yeah. I said, you know what? This is how fast you are, Jeff. Globe is quicker than you. He should be sponsored on there. Anyway, before we lose any sponsors, potential sponsors, let's move on.
You're crazy,
Jade, we're so basically this program is developed, and if I understand correctly, it's a grassroots program. It's to develop motorsports in the Philippines by creating a level playing field and a real level playing field.
That's true.
So the championship is now really focused on the drivers.
Yeah.
And it's become somewhat more affordable because here's the deal. I mean, if you want a Pacho, you can. This is a great topic for you to weigh in on because you've done PTCC.
Yeah.
And you know how much it costs to get into PTCC. If you're going to run a Group 3 car in PTCC and be competitive, how much would you expect to be paying?
Well, it really depends on who is filled in the grid. Though.
That's the thing. It really depends. So you could get lucky and you could get out of it for like $500,000, I guess, right? That's unless the other guy's got 600.
You're right.
And then somebody else might have 7 or 8. In karting is the most grassroots of all motorsports, and we've seen people spend much more than the.
They say it's more expensive.
More
than,
expensive.
I recall when Matteo Godicelli was running on go-kart, they have a budget of $4.5 million a year.
Wow. That's for go-karts.
And that's why he became an actor.
to support
Yeah, he makes much more money now because he being an actor, right?
And he wanted to join this. He was not allowed to join this precisely.
But he doesn't race anymore, right?
No, but he's held licenses and raced professionally.
Okay. No, but as a go-kart as well? I mean, if you just ride only go-kart, you cannot join as well?
Yeah, for example, you're...
Just another go-kart.
Yeah, not for this. It's too late for this one. But for next season, what's the minimum cutoff? If they race professionally go-karts, would they be allowed to do a Vios Cup?
We'll give in more details probably after the Vios Cup already.
Okay. But for this one, it's already closed because some people had held licenses, they just couldn't do it. I know Matteo wanted to do it a lot, really badly, but it's just to... What
unfair.
I guess what Matteo is trying to do is promote grassroots motorsports. And if you're going to get so demotivated by some guy who's just like, you know, miles quicker than the rest. I mean, you've got Rian Ramos, Famela Baranda, Jinno Rufino,
Fabio Ide. Alger Abrenica.
Okay, all right. So those are the celebrity team.
Yep.
And I think it's great. It's a great way to get started. How are you feeling in the car right now?
You know what? The first day I was in the car was pretty rough. My laps were so slow, and I almost remember in my head, you know, the first time I ever raced in anything like this. Pacho was actually part of that batch.
Yeah, it was the same batch. You just took a weekend off. I think I took your seat.
I still remember. Were you the one actually fell asleep in the car?
Yes, that was me.
Okay, sorry. I didn't want to say that.
Tell us the story.
While driving?
No, not while driving.
On the takeoff.
Heading out to the grid. First of all, I fell asleep going out. Because you have to keep in mind, this happened on a Saturday morning.
Oh, okay.
In BRC. And I was a lot younger back then. So my lifestyle was a little bit different. I figured, you know what, forget it. I'm not going to sleep. I'm just going to go straight.
Like exams now.
Yeah. Forget it.
Wing it.
That's exactly what I did. And I remember heading out the qualifying laps, and I fell asleep, like, you know, right inside in the grid, like inside, not in the grid, sorry, in the paddocks, waiting, going out
on the waiting.
And here's the thing, we were waiting, and then we finally did our laps, of course, because I was so slow, I ended up being in the back.
Okay.
And then here we are, you know, the lights were about to turn.
Okay.
You know, the safety car was behind him.
I'm still half asleep. And then I finally, I hear everything go and I open my eyes. Oh my God. We're going.
On the grid.
Wow.
Yes, waiting for the lights.
Oh, okay. That
so
is
I fell
a
asleep
first.
twice. I fell asleep twice. And like I said,
It's a good thing you finished the race, G.
I know, but here's the thing.
He's like the taxi driver, the lights, you know?
Yeah.
The guy that...
But I didn't end up last because when it actually came to the actual race, the last race, I actually I actually overtook maybe 3 cars.
Oh, that's good.
Because I woke up already by that time. I just had enough coffee. I was like, all right, I'm game.
That is too funny. That is too funny.
But yeah, we're going to see. It brought back some memories. But going back to the Vios Cup.
Feel free to do it again.
It's not happening.
I'm just saying, you know.
The first time was really rough. I had to get used to a lot of different things. The track was a little bit new to me, But by now, after several practices with Atwasan Racing School, my times have actually improved a lot.
That's good.
And I looked at the, of course, the barometer is still James Deacon, Jeff Reyes, right? Every time you come close to those two, you have to feel a little bit good about yourself. And my time right now is probably about a second behind Jeff and James. Wow. And you look at everybody else. What's great about this is that you look at Rian's time, you look at Fabio's time, Alger's time, Fem's time. They've all improved
dramatically.
So dramatically, it's
over 20 seconds in the case of
Rian's was unbelievable how fast she
I heard Dolan,
adapted.
the instructor, posting on Facebook saying that she's improving really quickly.
It's fast. It's like and Fem and Fabio also have been pretty quick. So Fabio's improved a lot.
I haven't practiced with him yet.
So by the time race day comes, they're saying James Deacon. Everybody's there. James Deacon, Jeff Reyes. Everybody's targeting those two.
And then what they're hoping is
They're gonna take out each other in turn 1. So
Jeff and James are gonna take out each other in turn 1. I almost guarantee it. No, sorry, they're not even gonna make it. They're not even gonna make it to the grid. They're gonna take each other out
in the paddock.
heading into the before they get inside the cars. They're gonna take each other out
because of all the trash talking. It could happen.
Oh, it could.
So what happened to Jeff and James? Oh man, they hit each other. So the cars are wrecked? No, the cars are fine. But they hit each other really hard.
They took each other out. This guy hit him and he hit him. And what happened to the car? Nothing.
Nothing. They didn't even
cars are fine.
That was in the locker room. No, it's all in good fun. It's great fun. But what makes this particularly, and just to reiterate, what's so important for me about the Vios Cup is the creating a level playing field that is affordable. Because people now, if you go through the history of Philippine motorsports, we had our heyday in about 1970s, 80s, were great times for Philippine motorsports. We're talking stars. If you were a driver back then, you were, really looked up to almost like a sport, like any other sports star. And this was because racing was also much more accessible to people. But due to safety reasons as well as fuel costs, but mostly safety reasons, they had to take them out of, for obvious reasons, the subdivisions. They used to race in BF Homes and Green Hills and all that. Now, the downside to that, the trade-off was when you took it away from them, they became inaccessible. Now, it was inevitable. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you went to Clark and Batangas and Subic back then in the 90s, and it made it hard for people to follow. If it's hard for people to follow, the media start to sort of wean off it because it's no longer, and then the sponsors start too. So what happened is you were left with a circle of people who were fighting it out tooth and nail there, because racing was still very much alive in the 90s and 2000s. But the circle got sort of small, and it created this idea of being elitist and very exclusive. And so it's fine if you were a relative of a Ramirez or a Silverio or a Coseteng, or you knew people in the industry, it's fine. But what about that one guy who doesn't know how to break into it? It's very intimidating. He goes in there and he thinks, I don't even know where to start. I can't just take my car to BF Homes like I could before, a Starlet or an Escort or something, just to know whether I'm competitive, because this is what they used to do before. So now he's intimidated. Then, okay, let's say he wants to bite the bug. It's not like buying your kid a guitar or a trumpet, right? That they lose interest in. You're buying a freaking car that you can't exactly do as a family car during the week. It's a big investment. So what happens is they go and they start with Group 3 or something like that, and they maybe have the potential. Maybe they're great drivers, but they lose complete interest when they find out they're like 10 seconds off the pace or 5 seconds off the pace. Not necessarily because of skill,
but because of the equipment.
So this now enter the Vios Cup. And you're like saying, okay guys, you know what? We're going to take you not just all on the level playing field, but we're going to take you all at equal starting spots.
Because the other thing is not only the equipment, also but the experience as well as a racer. When you're going to overtake or when you're going to, fight for a turn, how the pros do it and everything, sometimes they rub each other, the mirrors, without damaging the car or anything. You get anybody with no experience, and they definitely gonna get scared and everything, though.
But then also, what's equally important, and we touched on this a bit earlier, but we'll do it again. Aside from equal machinery, the machinery is very important. It's the PR and marketing that. When you have a company like Toyota backing this officially, putting it out in the newspapers all the time, TV, talk shows, successful ones like this one here. Guys,
Continue.
Oh,
man.
fantastic.
Yeah. Guys are so slow. You got to respond.
No, that's why I say continue. So like that looks like it's really natural.
Exactly.
It's like nobody go like, huh?
Hashtag awkward. So yeah, with PR and marketing behind it, so it'll keep creating this interest, and hopefully it'll follow suit. I mean, and resurrect Philippine motorsports.
Now, you're saying they're affordable, right? Is it gonna be affordable for everybody? I mean, not only
It's
for the
affordable
racer,
for
but
racing
also.
standards,
No,
right?
I mean, not only for the racer, but also for the spectators, for
Yes,
the viewers.
because you know what? Because it was supported by Toyota. When we went to the press conference, they listed the parts of all the ones included in the Vios.
Yeah.
In the Vios, and it cost around 1.6 million. And since it's supported by Toyota, they'll be offering it for only
1195.
So it's a big discount already.
So 812 plus 700,000 worth of parts, and then that's about one.
Yeah.
And
1.7, 1.8.
So
Well,
huge
no.
discount.
What I'm saying is also for the spectators. What about the people who want to go and watch and stuff like that?
For the one on October 12, it's open to the public. It's for free. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring your barangay for all I care.
No entrance fee,
No
right?
entrance fee. You've got a concert there. You've got all the family fun-filled activities.
Who's playing?
Who's playing?
We have the Octaves.
Okay.
Ellie Buendia is going to be there. Sponge Cola. And then there's a car club meet. A lot of cars there
Club.
that modified and stocked as well. Yeah.
I was telling Pacho off the air before you got here, before the show started. I was telling him about the Vios Cup, and he go, "Oh yeah." So I said, "Yeah," and Ellie Buendia will be there. And then, so are they competitive? Are they good? What do you mean? Are they
they're
fast?
playing.
Are they fast? What are you talking about? They're the band. Oh, they're a band. I thought they were racing.
Yeah, what's the point? I don't understand it though.
They're there to entertain the
I have a
crowd.
question for you guys, for all of you. What is Did you understand after that why I asked you the question? What is the most expensive parking fee that you ever paid in your life?
Parking fee?
Parking fee.
Parking
Overnight?
fee.
Is overnight
fee.
included?
Well, or
Not
yeah.
including fine, right? Like with a fine or
No,
without?
no fine. Just only a parking fee.
Parking fee. I'll say
I'll go you first.
Okay, I would say $300 US.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
why? That's too much.
Oh my gosh.
What happened to that?
In New York, Genius decided to not park it in the parking lot of my sister's apartment, but on the street.
Okay.
Little did I know that in the morning it was the street cleaners come in and so I didn't know. But basically it was a ticket, so I had to pay that much.
Okay, so it's
No,
a ticket.
but
It's a fine.
that one is a fine.
But a legitimate fine.
No, parking
I would
fee.
say mine is usually. I find the Sofitel very, very, very expensive.
How much?
Usually in hotels, no?
Yeah,
no,
you're right.
even the Shangri-La's not so bad compared to the Sofitel in Manila. And theirs is like, I would say maybe $200. I think $300.
Our parking in the office is expensive too.
How much?
In C Magazine's office, you know that parking lot. I think it's 40 per hour or 30.
If it's in Makati, it's quite
Yeah,
crazy.
so
The rates
it is
really
expensive.
Go high.
So if you
So if
stay
I have a
there
meeting
for,
there in
say,
the morning
3 hours, 4 hours,
and if I end there after lunch, I usually
how much?
pay over 200, 300.
over 200, 300. Okay.
Wow, really? I thought mine.
What about 1,000 pesos for a parking fee?
For how long?
Where?
A
For
month?
anything.
Where?
No, it's funny, man. I mean, I've been talking about it because I just heard recently. There was a racing event, and then if you're gonna go watch and enter the car and park in the mud, you have to pay 1,000 pesos to bring the car in.
What event's this?
Now you guys find out.
Okay.
Better not be the world of Toyota.
Definitely not.
That's not awkward.
Definitely not.
You're crazy.
Yeah, but it
I don't
was
think so.
no, nothing to do
But
with
if he
it.
drives a
Pretty
Honda,
clear.
it is.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
No. Seriously, you pay for how long is that?
Maybe
1,000?
that's it because it's an event. They have entrance fee for food
That's a
or
lot.
just for
No.
parking.
Okay, can you
No,
give us a
just-
clue? Where
that's
is
it.
it?
Was it a
Insane.
legitimate, like they give you a parking stub and it says there?
well, that's the thing, you know, when you're gonna ask and they say, "Can I have a parking stop? Can I have a receipt?" No, there is no receipt.
Oh wait.
Where is this? Manila or outside?
Outside Manila.
Maybe the organizers didn't know that the guys at the gate.
No, they
were-
knew.
Oh, they knew.
Is it a race?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Did it happen recently?
1,000?
Yes.
That's
Is this up
insane.
north or down south?
North.
North.
I've never heard of an event that would charge $1,000 just
Yeah.
to enter
Inside
the
the
But it
facility.
wasn't yesterday, but was over the weekend.
Wow.
You know, so
What happened over the weekend?
I know that event. I think I know that.
But it was in the north. So
Was it a drag event? Oh, okay. All right, now.
Well, that's Baduy because you know
drag with like
I
the
find it
outfits and
really-
everything. Drag queen, no.
you're only as strong as your weakest link, right?
Yeah.
And I think nothing can spoil an evening or an event quite as fast as bad parking. It's like going into a crummy restroom, right? You can go into a nice restaurant, if it's got a bad restroom. Same thing. And parking, some people really overlook that. There's one.
Yeah, but 1,000, and the problem
No,
is
that's
Sure, you didn't
ridiculous.
pay. You just parked it outside. You didn't
yeah.
enter your car.
No. I mean, I wasn't there because I couldn't.
someone just
I really couldn't go there. We had a problem though. But yeah, people that went there and everything were like, wow. I mean, even people that I know that they are wealthy, you know, they just refuse to pay.
Yeah,
That's,
because
that's
what
just way
for?
too much.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Did they fill up your tank too? It was worth it. They filled
Tire
up your tank.
rotation.
You know, like detailed a little bit.
And aside, they're gonna charge for any person who is inside the car. So the driver also pay aside from that 1,000 pesos.
That's insane.
That's ridiculous.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can get it on record from Jade. This is not going to happen on October 12th,
Now,
right?
Yeah, it will happen.
Yeah, because I was concerned, you know,
It will
it's like
not happen.
maybe the parking fee there is really that expensive.
No, that's ridiculous. That's
I know, you know,
And
that
then, you know
was-
what? That's really sad, Pacho, because you know, once again, we're trying to promote motorsports. We've always been advocates of motorsports here, and when you have silly things like this happen, it's really wow. That's awful. That's awful. That plus, you know, we have all these. Never mind. I won't get into the scams and all that because we're.
It's just too many.
We will not finish.
Yeah.
Where do you begin?
Masa's been offered a DTM ride.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, originally I posted, I think you saw that on Facebook, I posted he was offered a drive by Mercedes in F1 actually, with a guaranteed #1 status and written in contract that nobody could pass him. It's a safety car, but you know.
I was waiting for that punchline.
So, all right. So Jade, let's wrap up the whole Vios Cup thing. This October 12th, and it's open to anyone, right?
Yeah, it's open to the public. It's for free. No need to pay anything.
And you're
Not even parking?
Not even parking.
What time does it start?
Well, it already starts at 12 o'clock. And then
Okay.
the first heat will be a little bit like around 1 to 2.
And it's normally rains in Clark in the afternoon.
It will not rain.
I got a question.
I
When you
feel
say
it.
when you say first heat,
No, but if it rains, it's gonna be more fun.
Yeah, start the
Is it?
fun.
Like-
start the fun.
For the
start the
racers,
fun.
but not for the staff.
Yeah, but if there's a concert, you don't really want to be walking around in mud.
Yeah, you're right. That's good.
But
Rain or shine, it will happen.
it will happen.
Where's the concert gonna be?
Still in the Clark International Speedway.
As
Everything
in-
will be there.
In the actual on the
In
track.
turn one,
Or where,
turn
I
one.
can't picture where the
Beside it. Beside the track.
beside the track.
Yeah.
So in the
In that area.
okay.
So we're using the short track, right?
You're building a stage and everything.
Well, go see on
Wow.
October 12th.
There you
It's
go.
a big secret, Jade. Come on.
There's two
Come on,
heats,
2
so
more
it means there's
weeks.
two
Yeah.
chances we can win. There's 2 heats.
There's 2 heats, and I gather their points, right? You just get points for.
Ah, you get points. Okay, oh, that's what I was.
Well,
Whoever wins will get the bragging rights of the first Vios Cup winner.
that's it.
is it
I
say,
thought we get to bring home
Don't
the
say
car.
that in front of James. He's gonna kill himself.
I've done
for the
worse
kill
just
there.
I-
Vios Cup winner.
And the car? I heard we get the car.
First Vios Cup winner.
There's
Bragging
supposedly a whatchamacallit. Can I say, is it too early to say, well,
Whatever
about the
left of the
charities? Is it too early to mention that?
Sorry, what?
Charity? The charity thing, component? Is that too early to mention? That, okay.
I didn't.
There was
the
talk
answer
of-
would be yes.
Okay. All right. There was talk about donations to charity in lieu of prizes, which, well, should still be finalized. All right. So that is the basically the Vios Cup. You're looking at under 1.2 million pesos. So you can get the car. And it's pretty much, it's race ready. Not pretty much, it's race ready. That includes instructions with TRS and driving and racing school. And also you pretty much arrive and drive. You know, once you own the car, the costs are very minimal because everything's controlled. All the tires, the fuel.
All the goodies
You're
are
not
there.
allowed to do anything really to the car. That's what
Now,
makes
you
this series
own the
important.
car, but are you allowed to bring the car out of the racetrack?
Yes. I heard you, it's a road legal version. Just like the
Yeah,
other.
no, my question is, what if somebody wants to modify it farther than
They're
what it's supposed to
scrutineering
be?
all the time. In fact, at least for us, we have
maybe after the race,
the Japanese.
You really, if you're going to be part of the competition, you really can't modify the car anymore. I mean, you can put several stickers in that, like put your name on it, but that's pretty much it. Because if you modify it further, I think you wouldn't be really part of the competition anymore.
I think tire pressures are the only thing you're allowed to do. Even cambers and everything are just set.
Yep.
Okay.
So really, really, really grassroots. But I tell you, the cars do handle really well.
They do.
I took a road car out once there, and it's just like understeer city. And then this one, really, wow! When you turn, it really turns. The brakes are excellent.
TRD
really good.
suspension and everything, so it's really nice.
It's a small car though, so it fits very well that racetrack.
Yeah.
But that racetrack is way too tight.
It is tight, and we have 12 cars on the grid, I believe, on the
Wow.
So it's gonna be pretty interesting.
And the only passing points there will... No, I won't tell you guys.
Turn one's a little scary to pass there, but you can.
But usually a lot of people pass through turn 1, right?
Turn 1, you have to be kamikaze though.
I know.
You won't make it. Most probably you won't make it though. And then going to the chicane, but it's also really risky. I mean, you have to hope that the car will grip. Otherwise, you end up in the grass though.
Yep. And you want to be on the inside there, not on the outside.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, we have another guest. So, Jade, is there a website or anything that people can go to if they want to learn more about the Vios Cup?
You guys can go to our Facebook page. That's Toyota Motor Philippines. And if you want to know more about the Vios Cup and Vios in general, you can visit our newest website, toyota.com.ph.
All right. And so, if they actually want to buy the car, is that where they go through as well? Same website?
Yep.
Wow, okay. So they're buying directly from TMP?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And that's great. So Jade, thanks for joining us. We've got another guest. I've got a video, I don't know if it'll play here, but something to...
Is it a scandal?
Yeah. We tried it before, it doesn't want to play?
It won't work.
No?
Do you want to play the video of the dyno?
Yeah, play the video of the dyno so we have a smooth transition to our next guest.
It doesn't look so awkward like always I used
It's either that or your Gangnam Style again, which is getting a little over. Okay, we'll go to a commercial break. We'll come back.
We have commercials.
We have a commercial.
That's awesome. Wow.
Here's a message from Globe.
Hi. They say nothing in this world is free, and for the most part, that's true. But here at NMF Network, all shows are indeed 100% free. And as an added feature, you have the option to subscribe to all your favorite programs, also at no charge. Why should you subscribe? By subscribing, you no longer have the hassle of delays when you stream the program. You also don't need to keep checking our site to see if your favorite programs are up, because they'll automatically be uploaded to your device as soon as it's available. Here's how to do it. First, open iTunes. Your next step, hit the iTunes Store button. A search bar should open up as soon as you do that. Type New Media Factory in the search bar, and all your shows should open. Pick the show you like, or all the shows you like. And once that opens, hit the subscribe button. And that's it, you're in. All shows will now be automatically downloaded to your device.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with a game Chubby Bunny, but have you played Chubby Bunny before?
No.
You put a marshmallow in your mouth, you say Chubby Bunny, and you keep putting it in your mouth, and you keep saying Chubby Bunny.
Okay.
Whoever can fit the most in their mouth wins. But we're not gonna say Chubby Bunny. We're gonna have a conversation.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you, okay ka na ba? And you're gonna be like, okay na, okay na.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Go.
2 at a time.
Alright, we're gonna do it at a time. Okay ka na ba? What?
Okay na, okay na.
Good.
I just saw it.
Okay ka na ba?
Okay na, okay na.
Okay ka na ba?
Okay na, okay na.
Okay. No, that's disgusting.
Hi. They say nothing in this world is free, and for the most part, that's true. But here at NMF Network, all shows are indeed 100% free. And as an added feature, you have the option to subscribe to all your favorite programs, also at no charge. Why should you subscribe? By subscribing, you no longer have the hassle of delays when you stream the program. You also don't need to keep checking our site to see if your favorite programs are up, because they'll automatically be uploaded to your device as soon as it's available. Here's how to do it. For those people with Apple mobile devices, first you need to download the podcast app. Once you download the podcast app, open it, and you should be taken to the featured page. Now, you look for the store button. Hit the store button, and after doing that, hit the search button. Put your cursor on it and type New Media Factory. All our shows should automatically appear. Pick your favorite or favorites, open it, and hit subscribe. And that's it, you're done. Congratulations and welcome to the New Media Factory family.
Stream it, no?
No, we can't do that. We're back, and they're with a new guest this time. Drivers are getting younger and younger and younger. And I was at the racetrack the other day when I did a little feature on Carlos Anton's son, 9 years old.
Okay.
This kid.
Really?
He's 9 years old, and he's a small 9-year-old. He's not just one of the, some 9-year-olds are quite big. This guy is like really tiny, and he's already lapping around the short circuit in the low 120s. I mean, like 120 in a road car.
I'm pretty sure because his father is so quick.
Yeah, but 9 years old. And our next guest is this guy is pretty fast. Not in a straight line, but in the other way. Sideways. We're talking about Luis Gono. Welcome to the show, Luis. That's awesome, man. That is you had major achievement over the weekend. What happened?
This weekend we had round 3 of the lateral D in Clark. We got there Friday, and it was raining. After 3 runs, the transmission broke. So
Pacho,
Pacho, what did you do?
hell, man. It's hard to find a good engineer these days.
They told us, okay, this transmission can handle 500 horsepower.
But it's a manual transmission.
Manual transmission,
wow.
of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
and then everyone stayed up until 11 that night to get the backup transmission into the car.
Okay.
And the next day when we got there, it was sunny, so we haven't tried the track yet. We weren't doing well, but then qualifying, we got surprised because suddenly the car felt really good. Then we got to qualify first in the amateur class.
Wow.
We always do the same also.
This is short track? You're doing short track? What's the setup in?
Okay, well, the people are not really familiar with that racetrack, but we have what we call the Acacia and the big loop, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's taking that big loop the other way around.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's taking
okay. So where's your starting line?
Basically, you start from close to the chicanes, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. You start from close to the chicanes, going the other way.
So after the chicane, going the other way,
Exactly.
then you take the first. It's already a slight bend.
Yeah. What was your entry speed this time, Luis?
In the amateur, I think I was doing 98, but on Friday in the rain, I did the pro track. I got to do 100.
100 is your entry speed into the drift.
Yeah.
So if you're familiar with Clark, you have to go reverse. You're going clockwise now. The big loop, and you have to drift that whole thing.
Yeah.
And then around the next corner, or is it just you're looking for one drift?
No, you're just looking for only one drift, going smooth, until you finish that corner, and then you have the 90-degree corner going to the Acacia.
Yes.
Coming from, so you have to drift that one also, going the other way around.
Wow.
Yeah, and then...
Did he also have a tandem drifts, Luis?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure you're also part of that because you won the event, right?
Yeah.
So you won it outright. At first, we didn't even ask, how old are you?
I'm 14 years old. And
Wow.
I'm turning 15 this November.
How did you get started, Luis? Just in
Well,
case.
hang
a lot of people-
around all the
Hang
plus.
around, yeah, of
How
course.
could you not get started?
Yeah.
It started when I was 10, when we went to Green Hills. I watched my first drift event. And then I really thought it was cool.
That was when we were there, I think.
Yeah.
So we inspired you.
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome.
And then you know what kind of inspiration we gave to him?
What?
Pretty sure I can do better than that.
Whatever it is, it's still inspiration. I'm taking credit. No, go on.
So when I got home, I played my PS3. Then
Okay.
I watched drifting videos online. Then I was trying to copy them. Then, last year, we got into karting. because Uncle Ramon sponsored me, and we were able to finish the season in first place. And then this February...
Come on, Luis, tell the whole story, man.
Yeah, your manager's telling you to tell the whole story.
Yeah, no, when I just wanted to know, I wanted to say this. When they started with go-kart, he started 1 week after the season started it already.
Okay,
so he was 1 week down already, 0 points.
Points, yeah.
He won the championship.
Wow.
Gifted.
And then first time for him to drive the go-karts and everything as well, though.
And even with the drift cars, because I was asking Luis, and he said that he'd always drive cars in video games, but the actual cars, it was just automatic cars, and never a stick shift.
But here's the problem. Here's what I find quite amazing is you went from karts to drifting. These are two completely different principles, not even disciplines, principles. One is all about the grip, and the other one is all completely about, wow, how did you adjust around that?
Was it easy, Luis? Did it take a while to learn the ropes of drifting, or did you...
It was pretty easy for me because for the past 3 years, I've just been drifting in the games. Like, I don't really like grip racing.
But how does that affect your karting now? Because karting, okay, there is an element of slide there, but you want to always be clean, right? In a go-kart, you want to maintain speed. It's not affected your karting at all?
Not really, because it helps that you know the limit, and you try to stay like right on it, not over it.
You know what's also kind of cool is we were talking about the Vios Cup. We're struggling to break into the 115s in the Vios Cup, and this is, well, we're eventually supposedly going to get there because we're just trying the cars out and whatever. But basically, we're doing 116s now in the Vios Cup. Luis does 104s in his go-kart around the same track.
On a
104.
Go-kart,
that is just wow, and that I can imagine the cornering speeds must be just awesome. So what's next for you? I mean,
that is the picture when he won though.
You won
on the warding though.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was this Saturday.
Yeah, that's Saturday with 1,000 peso parking fee.
And there you go. We revealed all on Counterflow.
No,
you heard it first.
No, that wasn't in here. That was in Hong Kong supermarket.
Okay.
In where?
Hong Kong supermarket.
Hong Kong supermarket. All right.
You just get the initials.
Oh my gosh, Pacho,
Oh, okay, that's bad. All right, I got you. Wow.
Hong Kong surplus though.
Wow.
Look, there's the car. Look at the smoke.
Oh, so you're using the colored tires as well?
Yes.
Wow. Now, how many? That's 500 horsepower at the wheel, right? That car?
By the time we put it down just to 430, if I'm not mistaken. 400 horsepower.
Chicken.
Colored tires.
Yeah,
How
look
many
at it.
colors available?
Look at it. No, Achilles, they have a very nice tires though.
How easy is the car to drive? I mean, like, have you tried other drift cars?
I've tried Uncle David's drift car.
Which is?
Which is the Zafiro.
Ah, yeah, he's still running this is a Feliciano, of course.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Yeah, those I find the easiest to drift. I've not tried this. Pacho won't let me, but hint. But the Zafiro I find quite easy to drift. That's a nice car.
It is easy. The thing is, because the car is very heavy.
And long, no?
And long, so you can carry the drift very fast.
So this car is harder to drive.
You can, like Luis is able to pull out, really nice drifts, and then the thing is, the speed on this car is really high. Though. You can carry a lot of speed though.
Yeah.
When I used to drive this car before in the same racetrack, I was able to have the record of the highest entry speed. I was able to initiate the drift at 127 kilometers per hour.
In the big loop?
Yeah, same place though.
Wow.
Yeah, so that is a lot of adrenaline
That's
and everything.
scary.
So what about you guys, Pacho? No more PTCC, no more, any circuit racing for you, your group, or?
We still preparing some, and then, but it really depends, no? I mean, what we want to do in our group, what we really want, like for example for Luis, is going first to drifting, is because there is not so much competition about equipment. I mean, we can get a really good equipment, but if you're not really drifting very well, you will not be able to do much, right? And this one is very, subjective. You have to not only drift well, but to be able to impress the judges, right? So that is a totally different discipline, though. So it doesn't matter if you have really the best car, but if you are not really able to, to do a good show, basically, it will not. The other sports is really against the clock, right? You know, like drag racing, like circuit and all these things, though. So that's where it makes a lot of difference.
Well, I'm glad to see that motorsports is really growing in back in the country, and it was great news about Toyota fully supporting this. As we dedicated the whole show, as you know, this to motorsports, because we feel that, you know what, with something that a lot of people think it's wasteful, etc., but it's something we do very well in. I think Filipinos in general have we've always said, have the natural physique for it. We've got the mindset for it. Just look at the way we drive on EDSA and you'll see that. So why not just encourage it? And like anything, I mean, if it's we will create a little bit more buzz and sell a few more cars. And it was great to see over the weekend. I hosted the PTCC round 3 and 4 and the Retro Cup race 1 and 2 and the track attack. And it was great to see we had over almost 50 cars there in the racetrack, over 50 cars. PTCC had about 17 cars. The Retro Cup had about another 14 or 17 cars. And then there was track attack and all that. It was great to see that the track was just so... It was buzzing again, you know. There were merchandising, there were people selling things, and it was a full day
and
of just
participants. You'll be amazed.
I know.
Yeah, everything, yeah. Tahoe, they had stands, they were selling Puma things, they were selling Bridgestone. So, you know, it creates a whole, it was nice to see. It was like walking into a foreign track again, where you see so much activity. And I thought the PTCC round, this was the first weekend, right? I know they've had a lot of problems getting it up and running, but they finally got it up and running. I think the drivers have been the ones to market it now. They just want to race. So the top people there are, we have Carlos Anton, Joey Perry, William Tan, and Portugal, Don Portugal, and Arnel Carlos, and Stefan Ramirez. Stefan Ramirez was he kind of stole the show of the last race, because he came in and he was so far off the pace in terms of the big guys, right? He came in with an old Civic and he had a crew of about 5 people. 6 people? 6. 3 were his friends and 3 were his cousins. These were all kids that helped out, and his mom. He had no professional mechanics, everything. And he was so far off the pace. And then he came in 3rd on the 2nd race, I think it was, and he was disqualified because he was underweight. And so, you know, imagine how the feeling, because he's trying to get whatever. He had a good result and he was slightly underweight. Of course, he doesn't have the resources to check the car before he did it.
You're right.
So never mind. I mean, you learn. And then he raced the 3rd race. On the 4th race, my God, he caught Joey Perry. And he gave Joey Perry grief for at least 12 laps. And he would come in on the inside, just get there, almost rub the back, come back out. I talked to Joey Perry after that. He said, that kid gave me so much grief. Yeah. Because Carlos Anton eventually lost it trying to pass Joey Perry. Carlos Anton drove an exceptional race in race 3. He beat the field by 30 seconds. It was pouring down rain. Pouring rain. In the dry, he didn't have as much luck. He came in second
to who?
Joey Perry. Joey Perry won the 1st race, the 2nd race. Carlos Anton was second. And then Carlos Anton won the 3rd race when it was pouring rain. Outstanding drive, like I said, 30 seconds ahead of the field. William Tan came in 2nd with Joey Perry in 3rd. That battle was immense. The bumper of William Tan was hanging on by just a thread. And we're talking the whole thing was just, it was actually crazy to watch. And they were swapping positions, you know, understeering out of corners, flying into the grass, coming back out. It was a crazy, crazy race. But then Carlos Anton won that one. On the 3rd race, Anton ran out of brakes in the AA, and bang, he lost the car and basically had to pretty much retire. He finished the race, but you know, just to get a few points. But he just crawled back. It was Stefan Ramirez. I think that guy's one to watch. He's a young kid and hasn't been polished yet, I think.
But he really loves to race.
But you should see the way he was raced, the maturity of that kid racing Joey Perry.
How did he do with Joey? Second.
He finished 2nd, just right behind him. And the thing is, we had seen everyone who had followed Joey, and not just Joey, but Carlos, Joey, anyone who was right behind, there was always an accident. Always an accident. In the dry, in the wet, didn't matter, because they're so experienced that they just get so giggled that one loses it. And Stefan kept it. There was a couple of times where he would even rub up at the back there in Yamaha, come in and then just pull out and
very professional though.
Very professional.
That's great news.
It was good to see that, you know, his father would have been very proud.
Yeah, of course. After the okay, we don't go there.
Yeah, and I'm sure all the uncles are gonna jump in now and, you know, start training that kid because he's showing a lot of promise. But basically, what I'm talking about all this is it showed. It's nice to see Philippine motorsports back up and gaining momentum. And the reason we had Toyota here was to celebrate the fact that they are really investing in motorsports in the country. It is such a milestone. I'm sorry to keep going on and on about it, but when you have the largest car company in the entire country, and one of the biggest companies in general, coming in and throwing their support behind motorsports, it says a lot. And I think this is going to create a snowball effect, which is great for you. It's great for people like you, people underneath you. I mean, you're the next generation. If you're doing this now, wow. Imagine where motorsports will be when you're like in your 20s and 30s and stuff like that.
Or like our age.
Or like our age, exactly.
Luis just won the what was that Saturday lateral D?
Lateral D?
The amateur division,
Yeah,
right?
amateur division.
So that means you're gonna be with the professionals or not in the
next one you have to join as professional or no?
Okay, I was watching the videos and everything. It was just on the technicality because he wanted to, the team. We wanted him to join also in the professional though.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't allow him
because of his age, or
yeah, and then they say no, maybe there is not enough experience and everything.
Oh, okay.
But even some of the judges after seeing him drive and everything, they were like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
We should have it run,
Well, we need to wrap this up. Would like to thank Toyota Motor Philippines' Jade Sison for joining us on the show, and we'd like to also thank Luis Gono. Congratulations, man! That's a great job. That's a big achievement for you. We to keep that trophy.
More trophies for Luis. For
and what about before we wrap up, your karting career? Are you doing another season, or what's up with that?
We're gonna focus on drifting right now first. And we might not join karting anymore.
Okay. All right. So there, you made your mark in karting. Now get out and do drifting. That's a lot of fun. Pacho?
Okay.
Nice to see you on the show, amigo.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Drive safely, everyone.
God bless. Bye-bye.